This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Monday, the 10th day of June in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. The President of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, will arrive in Guyana tonight to begin his two-day official state visit. This will be his first visit to Guyana, and he will be accompanied by a delegation of more than 30 persons. He will be welcomed at the airport by President David Granger and a special guard of honor. Already the power poles on the east bank of the Marara have been decorated with the flags of Guyana and Ghana. During his visit, the Ghanaian leader will be conferred with Guyana's highest national award, the Order of Excellence. The Ghanaian president and his team will hold talks with President David Granger and the Guyana government team tomorrow. A number of bilateral agreements are expected to be signed during the visit. A joint media briefing is likely to take place just after the meetings. The two sides are expected to look at cooperation in several critical areas, including the environment and energy. During the visit, the President of Ghana is also expected to visit the non-aligned monument, as well as the 1763 Burberry Slave Rebellion Coffee Monument at the Square of the Revolution. Today, workers were busy tidying up the two locations in preparation for the two events there. Both the Coffee Square and the non-aligned monument site were being given a facelift. The President of Ghana will also be the guest of honor at the state luncheon, and he's also expected to meet with members of the Ghanaian community in Guyana during his state visit. He will depart Guyana on Wednesday. More news coming up in just a moment.
You've got this. And we've got you. With Blaze Superfast Internet. Blaze is fast, easy, reliable internet that you can trust. So celebrate, because there's always more to love with GTT.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
As a luxury mechanic, I'm often asked, what gas should I use in my expensive vehicle? In other countries, you have regular and mid-grade gasoline known as 87, 89, and premium gasoline known as octane 93 to 95. For affordable, high-quality fuel, performance, and high mileage, visit Guy Oil today. Choose Guy Oil Super 95. Guy Oil, we are everywhere.
Welcome back. When the Ghanaian president begins his official state visit to Guyana, there is a small Ghanaian group in Guyana that will also be welcoming him. One of the persons who will be at the forefront is Fatou Gibdima, who is a Ghanaian national who has found herself calling Guyana a second home over the years. Ms. Gibdima first came to Guyana in 1996 to work at the local UN office. She spent 2 years working at that office and left to further her studies in the US, then returned to Guyana for a consultancy job. Over the past 2 decades, she has found herself between Ghana and Guyana, and so for her, the visit of the Ghana president is a dream becoming reality.
We have a unique situation in Guyana where Afro-Guyanese are at a crossroads. So this visit, for me, it's like a dream, a wish come true, a dream come true, because I've always, living in Guyana, I've seen what was missing on both sides. I see what's missing on the Ghana side, and I see what's missing on the Guyanese side, and so this is like God answering my prayers. So it's just fantastic.
She said Guyana should be able to learn from many of the lessons of Ghana in the oil and gas sector.
That's the whole idea about this trip, is that we have to unite, join forces, become more strategic. As you already know, Ghana has been involved in oil and gas management a little bit much earlier. They made a few mistakes. There are lessons to be learned. Those lessons can be shared with Guyana. So it's a great opportunity to be able to bring that knowledge and to be able to see how best they can foster partnerships, collaborations. And it's not just oil and gas. We're looking at the total economic development of Guyana and Ghana. Now, as we said earlier, there's a year of return. This year is a year of return. And so we're looking, it's it's also an investment opportunity for blacks wherever they are, Africans wherever they are, to be able to invest and feel part of Africa.
In the interview with News Source, Ms. Gadima also explained that Guyana and Ghana share a lot in common, and the president's visit is part of his renewal tour to the Caribbean.
This year marks 400 years since the first enslaved Africans were brought to the Americas. And so the president of Ghana is actually doing a tour and has declared this year the year of return. And it's mainly because there's been so much of a disconnect. We haven't really been very intentional about connecting with each other. And this is so momentous because now you have an opportunity for Guyanese in Guyana to be able to avail themselves of Ghanaian nationality, to be able to invest in Ghana. And then we also have a unique opportunity for Ghanaians on the other side to meet their cousins, to get to know their cousins, and to reconnect, because we really need to bring a lot of heritage, a lot of culture to help further ground Afro-Guyanese.
The official explained that over the years, some Ghanaians have come to Guyana, and some abroad have even traced their family connections to Guyana and other parts of the Caribbean. She explained that the visit will also cater for more than just culture and economic benefits, but will also serve as an awakening of ties between Guyana and Africa. Well, the Caribbean Court of Justice has informed the attorneys in the Guyana No Confidence appeals before it that the court will be handing down its rulings next Tuesday, the 18th of June. The rulings come just over a month since the attorneys in the matters wrapped up their oral arguments before the judges of the CCJ. Appeals in the matter were filed by attorneys for the opposition leader Barra Jagdeo and accountant and attorney Christopher Ram following the Guyana Court of Appeals ruling that a no-confidence motion against the government of Guyana was not properly passed. It was the Guyana government that had taken the case to the local appeal court after the High Court ruled against it. At the CCJ, also attorneys for the Attorney General of Guyana and the Berbice farmer also saw the CCJ's interjection to deal with some aspects of the appeal court and High Court rulings in Guyana. If the CCJ rules that a vote of no confidence was properly passed against the Guyana government, the government will have to start preparations for early elections. If the court rules that a motion was not properly passed, the government will be able to hold on to office until the next constitutionally due election date, which should be before May of next year. Just last week, the attorneys for the Attorney General introduced new evidence in the matter related to Charandas Prasad, who was the government member of parliament who sided with the opposition to vote against the government in the no-confidence motion. The evidence points to Prasad having previous knowledge that it was illegal for him to serve as a member of parliament in Guyana because of his dual citizenship. The attorneys contend that his vote could not be legal since he was illegal in the parliament. Prasad is a Canadian citizen and saw the protection and escort out of Guyana from the Canadian government through the local embassy after casting his vote against his own Guyana government. The CCJ is also expected to rule on the appointment of the chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission. The High Court and the Appeal Court of Guyana in that matter had both ruled that the appointment was legal. However, the opposition leader Barra Jagdeo, through his attorneys, took the case to the Caribbean Court of Justice, seeking a reversal of the rulings in Guyana and seeking to invalidate the appointment of the chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission. Well, let's tell you now that the Labor Department and the Ministry of Social Protection has extended an invitation to all former employees of Fly Jamaica Airways to an important meeting. The meeting is set to take place on Tuesday at the Department of Labor on Brickdam from 11:30 in the morning. News source understands that the meeting will address issues related to complaints received from staff members about money owed to them by the airline. The airline laid off all staff members at the end of March this year. It had not been operating flights since last November, when its only working plane at the time crashed after the emergency landing at the Chedijagan Airport. Staff members have complained that many of them are owed salaries dating back to November, and they have not been receiving much information from the airline. The carrier ended their employment back in March with just a few days' notice. Already, the Consumer Affairs Commission is dealing with complaints from several passengers who are still to be refunded for their tickets. It was mostly clear and sunny today, but the Hydromet Office of Guyana is encouraging citizens to take necessary precautions as heavy rainfall could come in the coming days, and that could lead to possible flooding in those flood-prone areas. According to the Hydromet Office, Georgetown could experience cloudy skies across coastal areas with scattered showers. Rainfall could reach a maximum of 25 millimeters. All the other areas will see mostly overcast skies with frequent showers and thunder showers, and rainfall is expected to be between 20 millimeters to 50 millimeters. Small craft operators and marine users can expect moderate seas. According to the Department of Public Information, the Hydromet Office is cautioning citizens that over the next few days, overcast skies with moderate to heavy thunder showers and continuous rain will be observed throughout Guyana. Showery events are likely to be accompanied by gusting winds before and during downpours, the statement said. In the courts right now, 3 weeks after 22-year-old Jonathan Boudin was found guilty of beating his girlfriend's uncle to death with a cricket bat, he was today sentenced to 25 years in jail by Justice Navindra Singh. Boudin, in a very emotional manner, told the court that he was very sorry for what he did. Following his plea to the court, his attorney Nigel Hughes asked the court for mercy, as he explained that his client was truly sorry. Justice Singh in response said due to the evidence provided to the court, there was clear intention that the convict wanted to kill the man, since the attack appeared to have been well planned. It was on the 26th of October 2016 that Boudin attacked 40-year-old Ramesh Manbo and savagely beat the man to death. Reports suggest that Boudin shared a relationship with the dead man's teenage niece and was upset that the man did not approve of that relationship. After the judge handed down the 25-year sentence today, the convict was shackled and hurried off to jail. Still in the courts, 31-year-old Muammar Jabbar, who also goes by the name Christopher Haynes, was today charged and remanded to jail for the murder of an All Boys Town man. He was on the run for the last 5 years. The murder took place back in 2013. In court today, the accused was not required to enter a plea to the indictable murder charge. The prosecution's case is that on the 20th of August 2013, he stabbed All Boys Town resident Tulasi Marshall, also known as Talo, to death. The two were reportedly involved in an argument over marijuana and money that was owed. The accused was arrested in Berbice recently as the police conducted several anti-crime operations in that region. His matter will continue later this month. And let's tell you now that an interdicted member of the Guyana Police Force was today committed to stand a high court trial for the rape of a 13-year-old girl. Assistant Superintendent of Police Sichuran Singh stood before Senior Magistrate Shirtle Isaacs Marcus today as the magistrate ruled that a strong case has been made out against him for the trial to be moved to the High Court. It is alleged that Singh, during the month of June 2018 at Plantation Providence, raped the young child. It was reported that the young girl told her mother what took place when the mother returned home. A complaint was filed and the policeman was immediately arrested. Singh was initially remanded to jail but was later granted bail. Across the Region is coming up next.
Summer is just around the corner, and this year we're giving you a Visacation. It's easy. Get your GBTI Visa card and travel to your dream summer destinations or shop all you want online. With Visacation, you get to win prizes when you use your GBTI Visa card between June 1st and August 31st. Don't have a Visa card? Visit your nearest GBTI branch or go to www.gbtibank.com. GBTI, we see Guyana through your eyes.
Falls, a trademark of China's Zhanghao Incorporated, located at Land of Cane in East Bank, Demerara, was incorporated in April of 2013 with over $10 billion Ghana dollars invested in a state-of-the-art 100,000 barrel fuel storage facility, a modern service station, an office complex, and a modern wharf that can berth international vessels. Having no association with any other fuel company, Falls imports its own fuel, which meets quality specifications, has all the legal permits, and is in compliance with international requirements. Its bulk facility can load 8 trucks simultaneously at a rate of 1,000 liters per minute, while the service station can service 12 cars at a time using computerized fuel pumps which can facilitate the use of ATM cards. Through its professional team of mostly Guyanese, Falls wholesales and retails fuels to the public, including farmers and miners, and will continue to positively contribute to Guyana by providing quality products, service, and attractive prices. Try Falls today for all your fuel needs.
Across the region right now, opposition leaders in Haiti have launched a 2-day strike that has paralyzed the country's capital as protesters demand the resignation of President Moise amid corruption allegations. Schools, businesses, and government offices were shuttered on Monday as groups of protesters blocked roads and set piles of tires ablaze across the capital of Port-au-Prince. Some protesters burned cars belonging to a local radio station and accused the news media of working for the government. The strike comes one day after thousands of protesters clashed with police, with 2 people reportedly killed and 5 injured. The protesters have been demanding further investigation into the funds that resulted from subsidized oil shipments from Venezuela under the Petro-Caribe program. Well, the Barbados-based Caribbean Examination Council says it will stick to its mandate of providing examinations to students in the member states of the Caribbean community, even as it continues to hold discussions with the Barbados Workers' Union. In a statement, CXC said that the discussions with the employees and the union center on an important restructuring exercise, which will equip CXC and by extension examination candidates for the continued evolution of the examination products and services. In 2019, the Caribbean Examinations Council will mark the 40th anniversary of providing examinations to the member states of CARICOM. Last week, unionized workers at CXC stayed off the jobs for 2 days, and the Barbados Workers' Union said that following talks with the CXC management, they indicated that they could not accede to the conditions that would form the basis for further discussions. The workers are reported to be disgruntled also at the fact that several vacancies have been posted on the CXC website, including jobs that are currently filled. And finally tonight, international news. The head of the global nuclear watchdog has confirmed that Iran is increasing its production of enriched uranium. But International Atomic Energy Agency Chief Yukimo Amano said it was not clear when they will reach a limit set under the 2015 international deal. Iran announced last month that it would suspend some commitments in retaliation for sanctions reinstated by the US government. The official also said he was worried about the current tensions over the Iranian nuclear issue and called for dialogue. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.